Hi everybody and welcome back to some more MXGP2 here on this channel. Now in today's episode we are in the Netherlands for the championship races in this MX1 season, and the ground surface today is sand. So it may involve a little bit of tweaking to the setup in today's qualifying. Plus guys, thank you so much for all the support on this new MX1 season. You have been absolutely brilliant. Please keep liking the videos, keep supporting, keep commenting. You've been absolutely brilliant. I really appreciate it. Right, let's get straight into the qualifying and try and put in some decent laps. So here we go. Right guys, we've done 15 minutes so far in this qualifying session. We still haven't managed to get a qualifying time in yet, but we spent a lot of time in and out the garage trying to get the right setup for the bike. It did need a bit of an adjustment on the suspension for this sand surface, and plus we're still not 100% sure what gear ratio to go for, either the medium or the high. We're on a medium at the moment, but we may use the high gear ratio because it's got some really long sections on it. We might be able to get up to a faster top end speed, and that may prove to be key in this race. But we're going to go get to the end of this lap, see what time we can get, provided we don't get crashed off or make a massive mistake. But at the moment we're running about, looking at the checkpoint, we're about half a second behind for time. But let's just see what we can do. This circuit's not too bad actually. I haven't crashed off as many times as I have in previous races. I mean, the last episode on that Italy circuit, oh my god, that was one of the worst qualifying sessions I've ever had. But I'm definitely doing better in this one, but just haven't managed to get that really fast time. And again, we're running over half a second behind. We still haven't managed to maintain a decent speed, but we'll just keep following this rider. I find it easier sometimes to have an AI rider in front of me just to give me a guide of whether I'm running rather quick, because you just see what lines they take and you try and improve on that. But at the moment we're not showing that we're actually quicker on this circuit at the moment. But let's just stick with it, see what time we can get. We may go another lap if this time isn't fast enough, and maybe change the gear ratio, but we will see. We're still 0.485 behind the time. Let's see if we can improve through here. We're sort of quick on this last section. If you get the jumps right just before you get to the finish straight, you can really go over them really quick. Let's see if we can do it again. We did that on the previous lap. Right, let's go through it really quick. Oh, that was perfect. See what I mean? We get past him, and what time do we get? 6th. That's not bad. That's my first clean lap, and I managed to get 6th. Right, let's go another lap and see if we can get a pole position. We haven't got a first place in qualifying for quite a few races, because in this MX1 season the riders are so much quicker, and qualifying is a lot tougher. So let's just see if we can improve on that time. But we've got to try and get through here a lot quicker. Let's see what the split time, and we're still running, so we're definitely slower on that first section of this circuit, so we definitely need to improve on that. And oh damn! Right guys, we didn't manage to put in a faster time than that qualifying time we got in 6th place, and it looks like that's what we're going to take. Right, let's get into the first race, but we need to get a good start because we're not very quick at the first section of this circuit, but we do tend to start speeding up towards the end. We've got to be really good in this race, so let's get straight into the first one. Here we go. Right guys, here we are with the first championship race in the Netherlands. Now we need to get a good start. We're not very quick at the start of this circuit, and if we can get a bit of a lead at the start, that would be really good for us, and hopefully we can hold that position in first place and win this first race. But we need to dump it at the right time, and we did it! That was perfect. That's what I needed. Right, now we need to get into these first few corners and try and get away from the other riders and let them battle together, and we managed to get the whole shot as well, so that's a really good start to this first race in the Netherlands. Right, this is the corner that I was really worried about. I got knocked off a few times in qualifying through here. We managed to get through here without any other riders behind us. Yes, we managed just to slightly pull away. That is brilliant. Now we just need to settle down and try not to make any little silly errors. We made quite a few errors in qualifying, going into corners a little bit too tight, gassing too much. We spanned the back wheel round a couple of times and fell off. We ran into a few boards, getting the angles wrong over the jumps, but hopefully we can just settle down and hopefully win this from the front. But it's not going to be easy. Although I've managed to pull a lead, I seem to make the odd error here and there in qualifying, so hopefully we can not do that in the race, but you never know. Plus, guys, we've got to do this race in first person in the second championship race, and that's going to be an even more of a challenge. So we will see what will happen in that second race, but let's just see if we can get to the end of this first lap and hold this position. I can see there's a lot of overtaking going on behind me. It looks like Roman Febvre is really trying to catch me up, so I've got to be aware of him. He knocked me off about 4 times in qualifying, just getting a little bit too close into the corners and using me as a brake, and I don't want that to happen again. Let's just try and maintain that gap, and the gap's slightly slower as it looks like Simpson's trying to catch me up. Let's just try and get a little bit of a whip going on it, and I didn't land very well through there, and that's cost me a couple of places, but let's try and bite back straight away, and that was a dangerous pass to get up the inside of Febvre, but it worked. Let's try and get through these jumps. Let's battle with Simpson towards the end of the first lap, and I managed to get ahead of him, and we're back into first place. But now this race is definitely game on now. We've got 2 riders that are very, very close behind me and are going to challenge me right to the end of this race. Right, we've got to just try not to make any silly errors like we did with that whip. I don't know what happened there, just didn't land very well. We need to do better on that section, because if you get it right, it does give you a lot of speed as you land, and it does improve your times as well. Let's try and get through here and not have any riders go into us. Yes, we managed to get through there. We managed just to pull the gap enough to get into that section and not make any mistakes, but we need to settle down. And looking at the time, it's just over a second, so we've managed to pull away slightly through there, and that was a section that we really struggled in qualifying, so we did all right. But let's just try and focus on what we're doing now, and just try and concentrate and not make any more silly errors, sorry, and just try and win this race. I mean, if we can get a win in this first race, maybe if we don't manage it in the second race, at least we have some decent points on the board. We want to maintain this excellent start we've had to this MX1 season. I mean, it's been absolutely brilliant so far. Oh god, we got a little bit of a skid going on there. I did fall off a few times doing that in qualifying, but I managed to control it. But I'd like to think in this MX1 season I have gained a lot of experience, and I am starting to do things a little bit better, and I've had loads of help from you guys with your tips and all your advice in the comments, so please keep them coming. It really, really does help, and I really appreciate it. Right, let's get to the end of this second lap and see if we can still maintain that lead. I think we had over a second at the last bit point, and it's still over a second. Let's keep that going, and hopefully we can go into that third lap and have a really good third lap. And that was a much better whip there. We landed a lot better than we did in the first lap. Right, let's get to the end here. Let's get through here, maintaining the weight distribution on the bike, and get through there really quick, and that was good again. Let's get over that lap, and we're still in the lead. Yes, and look at the time, it's almost 2 seconds. We're definitely starting to pick up pace now, and now we just need to get through this third lap without making any silly errors, and we should bring home that 25 points and a victory in this first race. But the second race is going to be tough. In first person, it's not going to be as easy, so we just want to get those points on the board first, and we don't have to worry about the second race as much. Let's get through there, try and get nice and tight into there. We went a little bit wide, but we managed to get through there nice and quick. I think I lost a bit of time through there, but no, it's still, the time's still nearly 2 second gap, so that is absolutely brilliant. I cannot believe that I'm doing this well on this circuit. We did struggle a little bit in qualifying, but we always seem to really up our game in the races, and that's what you need to do. You need to do better in the races, but I think having riders challenging you from behind, which you don't always have in qualifying, does seem to push you on a little bit more to make your times a little bit better, and just take different lines as well, and you do try to stop the other riders getting up the inside of you as well. But it's like car racing. Once you get in the front, you want to hold your position and stop any other bike getting up the inside of you and taking your position. And we get over this section. I can't wait to the next split point, but I think the gap is absolutely huge. Looking behind me, I think we should be able to get a win here as long as we don't come off the bike and we get around that corner. That was not bad. Let's have a look at the split time. I think it's still the same, just under 2 seconds. I think as long as we don't make any mistake here, we should be able to get a first victory around this circuit in the MX1 season, which is absolutely brilliant. Let's just get round here, coming to the last few jumps before the finish. Let's try and get through there nice and tight on the back wheel. Oh, that wasn't as good, but we managed to get a victory anyway. That was an absolutely brilliant race. That's what I needed. I got a brilliant start and I managed to maintain it. I made one error, but managed to bite back really quick. If we can do that in the second race, in the first person view, hopefully we can get maximum points in today's GP Championship, and that would be awesome. Let's get straight into the second race. Right guys, so here we go with the second race. Now we've got 25 points on the board, but this time we're going to this race in first person. This could be a lot harder, we do not know, but we will try our best. Let's see if we can get another good start and hopefully lead from the front. Let's see if we can get a good start, and we jump the clutch at the right time. We managed to pull away there. Right, let's see if we can do the same as we did in the first race and try and win it, but it's not going to be easy in this view. I mean, I don't ever do any qualifying in this view, so I don't always know how I'm going to do, but hopefully I'll do all right. Let's get through this section, hopefully with no riders behind us. Yes, we get through, and we've got a 0.6 gap at the start of this race. That's not bad, not as big as it was on the first race, but hopefully that should be enough, and as long as we don't make any major mistakes, hopefully we should be all right. But I can see that crash sign coming up. I didn't see, oh, another crash, and that's Cairoli. Oh my god, there's loads of crashes that happen on in behind me, but as long as it doesn't affect me, I should be okay. And that time is not very big at all, 0.4. Oh, we're going to be under threat in a minute. We're definitely not as quick in this view at the start of this race, but as long as we stay in the lead and don't make any mistakes, hopefully we can hold it going towards the end of this first lap. And it looks like Simpson, he must be a good rider on this circuit. I can keep seeing him coming in, and Desali's crashed, so all the top riders are not doing very well in this championship today. Febra, Cairoli, Nagel, Desali, they're all having a nightmare, and it's all the other riders. And I got totally done in the corner there. Oh my god, I wasn't expecting that. So I dropped back into P2, but I'm not going to panic just yet. We're still only on the first lap. Let's just try and get through this first bit here, and hopefully we can gain him on that last section before we get to the finish straight. We seem to be quick, and we get up the inside of him there. We made a slight collision there, but we managed to get through there, and we get back into first place. Oh my god. But there's actually loads of riders behind me. Oh my god. And I've got taken again by 2 riders. Oh god, let's try to get on the inside, and we just go get a little bit of a contact with Simpson there. Let's try and get around this corner. I had to go a lot wider, and I've lost this position. This is definitely a lot harder in this view. But let's just stick with these 2 riders. We know that we're not very quick at the first section, but we've got to take our chances where we know we are quicker. We managed to get on the inside of Simpson there. He wasn't expecting that, and we made a bit of a collision, but we managed to get in there without falling off. But we just got to try and get in the lead if we can around that corner, and we do. We're back into first place. Oh my god, we are really under a lot of pressure in this race, and in the second lap we're only just managing to maintain that first position, and I can see that crash sign, and Febra's come off. Oh my god, they're really going to drop points in this championship today. As long as I can get a finish at least in a podium place in this second race, we should be able to take the maximum points in this championship today, and that would be awesome. I mean, this wasn't a very good circuit for me in the MX2 season. I did struggle around this one, but if I can improve and show that I've improved and get 2 victories in this championship, that would be absolutely brilliant. We've got some really tough races coming up in the next couple of championships, so we need to maintain and keep that lead that we've got so far early on in this MX1 championship. Right, let's get around this corner and try and stay in the lead at the end of this first lap, and the bike kicked out there. I just accelerated a little bit too much on a tight angle, and I felt it go at the back, but just managed to control it. I think we lost a bit of speed there, and we've lost our position in first place, but can we bite back round this second corner? I like to go nice and tight into this one. We're normally a lot quite quick, and we get around that corner. I think we made slight contact there, just pushing him out the way, just telling him, no, I am winning this race, and we're back in the lead. But it looks like Nagel is back in the fight. I haven't seen him up the front for a while in these last couple of championships. Maybe he wants to go and see if he can challenge me in this second race, but we've only got 1 more lap to go now. Let's just see if I can just try and maintain this decent speed that I've got at the moment, and hopefully bring it home. Just going to try and get into this section, hopefully. And Desali, another rider's had another crash. Oh my god, there's a lot of crashes in this race today, but luckily none of them have been me. But I say that and I'll probably come off, but that's just try and settle down. I think we've got just over a second lead, and that's what we had in the first race, and that should be enough. It's providing I don't make any rash mistakes or any silly little errors, but it hasn't been too bad. And Febra's crashed again. Oh my god, he's having an absolute nightmare. I'm not sure where he's going to finish in today's race, but I don't think it's going to even be in the top 10. If he must have crashed about 2 or 3 times in this race, and that is really, really bad. But that's what happens sometimes when you lose your places in the race. You really try a lot harder to fight back, and you make little mistakes, and that's where you crash off. and we've managed to extend that lead. I think we should be able to take a second victory in this second race, in this view, and that would be brilliant. I didn't expect this at the start of the race. I was finding it really, really difficult in this view, and I've managed to come through with those little scares where we lost a few positions in the first lap, but we've managed to maintain it, and it looks like we're coming towards the end of this race. As long as we don't make any errors, we should be able to take it home, but they're catching me up through here. Let's just try and go through this section really quick and maintain it. Let's keep the bike through there really fast. That was pretty good, and I think we're going to take it. Yes, we take 2 wins in today's championship. So we take 2 wins, guys, in the Netherlands Championship. Oh my God, that was a really challenging in that view. But look at Febra. He finished in 12th position. Oh my God, he lost so many points. And looking at the championship now, so let's just have a look at the championship. Let's see, and it's Nagel that's taken second place, and Febra's dropped down by dropping all those points. And look at the lead I've got. What an awesome start to this MX1 season. I hope you're enjoying it, guys, and I will see you soon for the next round very, very soon. Bye.